What is it that we like about anime? What is it that makes us keep coming back? And what is it that makes us choose this media over any other? What makes anime so great? Today we'll go through some of the reasons why I watch anime and what in my opinion makes anime so great. Anime has a lot of pros and cons at its disposal. Anime titties as one of the pros is a great example. On the other side, maybe how generic some of the shows might seem, but there is one big strength anime has. It's animation. The only limit anime has with its animation nowadays is the imagination of people making said scene. And oh boy, their thoughts are wild sometimes. If there is one particular thing that makes the animation stand out so much, it has to be the fights. Fights and action are something we expect in a large number of shows, whether they are anime or live action. In anime, the animation shines the brightest in the shonen genre. For those who don't know, shonen is a genre where we usually follow one main character during his path to achieving his dream and inspiring us along the way. Battles are something that is almost always present, and it's the favorite part of every shonen fan. It's during these battles when the animation really steps up to keep us on the edge of our seats. These are the moments when we hold our breaths in expectation of our favorite characters winning or dying in agony. Moments when the characters change for better or worse. Moments that can change everything we knew about the show so far. There's something that holds so much emotional weight and huge importance to the story and characters that they can change the entire flow of the show. Anime allows fights to enter a new dimension where our senses feel like they can't keep up with the speed or strength of some of the characters. Something about characters disappearing from our sight and leaving a mess or a crater behind them due to their incredible speed just feels so satisfying. And special powers? Don't even get me started. Fire, water, wind, special eyes, special weapons, magic, or just being a fucking idiot, and a whole lot more is the best part of every fight. All of these powers just add up to these fights and make the shows more interesting and diverse. They can look different, work different, and be used differently from one anime to other. All the different and unique powers make anime fights what they are and why they are so enjoyable. Animation and action just go hand in hand, and I don't think live action can ever reach the same level. Hey, did you know? Anime is from Japan. Ah shit, that's the wrong song. Let me try this again. Yes, the land of the rising sun, the birthplace of ramen and sushi, and the holy land of hentai. These are some basic facts about Japan, and there is so much more to its culture than this. I think it's safe to say that Japan is a country like no other. It has over 8,000 islands, there is one vending machine for every 22 people. That's over 5,700,000 vending machines in total. And a penis festival. It has a really fascinating yet cruel history that helped in shaping it to a country we know today. So on the other side from the action, we have a more relaxed genre in Slice of Life. Slice of Life focuses on the real aspect of life rather than on fights and action. Some people might find that boring, but I think there are gold pieces that you should watch, and it's up to the viewer what he takes from it. I personally really enjoy Slice of Life for its characters, relatable situations they go through, like tripping over and landing face first in between the boobs of this tsundere main girl, and just the overall chill atmosphere. But the main reason why I really enjoy Slice of Life is that I get to learn something new. Let me explain. You can learn a lot from watching a normal movie or a TV show. American Thanksgiving, Christmas, or school life has been depicted in many shows you had seen throughout your life. You had seen it so many times that if I now tell you to imagine American school or Christmas, you could clearly see it right away. Slice of Life anime has this function, but from the Japanese perspective. You can learn a lot about their culture, but also about people's behavior, habits, and traditions. Authors of those stories are almost always from this demographic. They went to Japanese schools and worked in Japanese jobs. They lived through Japanese school life and experienced it to its fullest. Longtime anime fans might not even realize where their knowledge about some Japanese traditions comes from, such as going to a nearby shrine on a New Year's Eve, Japanese people using honorifics such as san, chan, kun, and so on, or that Japanese employees are often expected to work overtime as a thanks to their company. Some authors even take inspiration in Japanese history, their beliefs, mythical creatures, and real-life locations. Even though anime can sometimes be really absurd and make things up, it still has a lot of information about such an interesting culture you might know nothing about. Now, this is a bit of a hard one to explain, and some of you might disagree. I mean, we've seen it countless times with live-action adaptations of some famous anime, such as Fullmetal Alchemist, Death Note, Assassination Classroom, and more. They all did the job, but yeah, not a great job, let's be real. There is something about anime shows that just doesn't work in live action. Maybe it's the pacing, since the directors have to squeeze entire seasons worth of content into a 2-hour movie. Sometimes it's the special effects that just don't look believable. It's hard to determine if it isn't the thing of what you've seen first. It's the same with manga and anime. A lot of people say that some manga is better than anime of the same brand. Even though it's true a lot of the times. Anyways, what doesn't work for me is the lack of good action and pacing. As I have mentioned before, nothing can beat action scenes in anime, and the most recent Demon Slayer season only reinforced this feeling. There was 6 straight episodes of pure hype and action done at its absolute best. Ufotable had proven that it doesn't care about movie level production, since everything they do now can be at that quality. They brought their game to another level and set a new height every studio should aspire to be at. Secondly, the pacing. You just can't put a season worth of content into one single movie. Like it was the case with the Fullmetal Alchemist live action. You would have to cut out a lot of scenes, from which some of them might be important to the story, or just quickly run through them. But the result is either no one understanding what the fuck is going on and why the characters do what they do.
I don't know.
Or just important scenes being rushed, leaving no impact on the viewer. Don't get me wrong, I'm not here to clown on all the live action movies. Some of them are actually fine or decent, but they will never live up to their successful ancestors. Hey! Yep, I'm talking to you, the guy behind the screen. Why are you at home? Why aren't you with your friends? Oh yeah! You don't have friends. But I have a solution. Go watch anime! Anime is the ultimate escape from boring reality, solely because how different it is when compared to it. And for Western viewers, even the most generic slice of life is a way to escape your normal everyday life. What I think anime has done really well is how easy it is to imagine yourself as the main character or any character you fancy. And the isekai genre is especially good at it. Even though I don't really like isekai, I gotta give credit where the credit is due. For those who don't know what isekai is, it is a genre where a seemingly normal person is somehow transported from our world to a completely new one, usually containing magic, fantasy creatures and so on. It is a story where the main character gets another chance at life. They can become whatever they want in this new world: pharmacist, pizza baker, vending machine, or a hero who will defeat the Demon King, even though we have never seen that happen. The reason why I don't really like isekai anime is the sheer amount we get each season. And it's shit almost every time. The characters are the same, not even referring to their previous lives, but with magical powers, they get all the bitches because they are the main hero. They get overpowered very quickly and just one-shot everyone, while their harem is going crazy about how hot this guy is. Of course there are exceptions. For me they would be Mushoku Tensei or ReZero. I wouldn't be talking about this otherwise. It's these exceptions that made me look at isekai the way I described it at first. Main character getting a chance to change from the failure he used to be in his world and getting their second shot at life. Isekai portrays that it's never too late to change who we are, and anime helps us imagine who we wish to be and inspires us to take the first steps towards that person. The last thing I could think of right now is also the most important thing in my opinion. It's something without which anime and otaku culture as a whole just wouldn't be possible. Yes, it's you guys. The community is the best part of being an anime fan. Yes, you may find some people at conventions who smell from a mile away. Yes, you can find the weirdest people here.
You're welcome, bro.
But also some of the most original people you will ever know.
It's about a brother and a sister that fuck.
Anime is a strange topic that we can easily bond over with each other, because it doesn't matter if you like this show and he or she likes that one. You still share love for the same thing. From what I've seen in my personal life or from people online, anime can drastically change your life. I've seen people find their lifetime friends or even the love of their lives just because they shared the same interest.
They fuck each other?
Of course, this can also apply to other things, but I have experienced it with anime, so we'll go with it. Next thing is that there are some incredibly talented people out there about who we would have had no idea about if it wasn't at least partially for anime. Animators, voice actors, musicians, and all the people who are directly behind our favorite shows. But also artists who make fan art, musicians who make songs or raps about our favorite characters, AMV makers, cosplayers, YouTubers, and so many more who had found their career paths thanks to anime. I mean, just look at some of these.
In the broken side of me, I became my own worst memory. You'll be left to walk this world alone. You should know I'm never coming home.
Stop time, I'm a god like Cronus. I'm a muda, and I stay ferocious. Watching prey so hopeless as my prey approaches. Even maimed and broken as the pain is potent.
Of course, I don't want to claim that their success is solely thanks to anime or so. There is an incredible amount of hard work behind each and every one of them. What I meant is that we might have never known about any of them if they weren't making content about something we all love. Anime and otaku community is really full of original people who didn't like being normal, and now they are called weird by others. Maybe it will stop with the rising popularity of anime. And maybe they are right. But that makes it one of the funniest communities in the world. Okay guys, hope you liked the video. Firstly, I would like to apologize for any grammar or pronunciation errors that may have occurred as I am not a native English speaker. Secondly, all that was said in this video is just my personal opinion. I am no expert or anything, so feel free to agree or disagree in the comments. Also, if you have some thoughts of what you think makes anime great of your own, feel free to share them in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, please like it, share it with your friends, and thanks for watching.